Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning.
I am back today to share another lesson on our unit study about ospreys. And remember, this is to help you recognize and explain how each living thing is only able to live in habitats that meet its needs, which is what you're learning about overall, about all living things. Today we're going to begin first by comparing an osprey's attributes to that of other birds by doing a Build-A-Bird activity. How many of you have ever been to Build-A-Bear? Well, you get to build your bird today. It's paper, but it still works. We're going to take a look at the templates up on the projector. Afterwards, we're going to go over the packet that's with it to help you know what parts of the bird to put together. Then we're going to pass out the packets. We're going to take about 15 minutes to do that, and afterwards we're going to take 15 minutes to do some research on Renzulli to answer a few more essential questions. And today we're going to answer how and what does an osprey eat, which you may remember that from that very last video clip. So you're welcome to put that information down if you remember the video clip on our last meeting. Why have ospreys been endangered? They've been on and off the endangered list over the years. And explain what a bird sanctuary is and why do we have bird sanctuaries. So this will be a fun day of finding a little bit more about those bird sanctuaries, like the Suncoast Bird Sanctuary that's located over here in Clearwater. And if you get a chance to visit that, that's a nice thing to do on the weekends. Yes? We'll pick you right back up, okay? We just did a little bit of research and answered some questions on chart paper that your group will have in the middle so you can kind of read their answers. And then we're going to add to it, okay? And building the bird will be easy. I'll show you how to do this. Okay, everybody put your eyes up here. And let's see. You with me? All right. Let's take a look here. This is going to be your template. Now, I'm only going to give one packet per table. And there's lots of heads. There's only one body though. And there's lots of tails. Lots of beaks and feet. That means you get to pick one bird you're going to build, and each partner at your table could take a portion of this. Somebody can cut out the beak that's going to go on it. Somebody can cut out the tails, the legs, and if you notice, the claws have different purposes, which is where your information packet's going to come in handy. If you look up here, here are the different shapes of the beaks and what kind of birds they belong to. And for food and thought, what part of the bird family do you think the osprey's in? What does he kind of resemble? Raptor. He is a raptor. And raptors are sometimes in the hawk family, okay? So when you're reading this, you won't find the word osprey on the bird head, but you will find hawk. Here is the grasping, or feet, which you will find raptor and osprey there. Here are their beaks. And then a little more information about the feet, their wings, and some shadows of the birds. Okay? So I'm going to hand out a packet and place it in the middle of your table. If you will take out quietly and carefully, take out a pair of scissors and some glue. We need to quietly send one person from your table to get them, okay? Let's take a minute and grab that.
I get scissors and he gets glue.
Real quick. This is the packet of info. You can take the staple off of this and change it.
I know what? There is no wings. I think the best one is
Okay. Real quick, everybody's asking about the silly bird I placed on the projector. All right, up there.
Maybe it's
If you look on the board, is that a raptor on the projector? No. Is that an osprey? No. So you don't have to make an osprey. I'd like each table to at least come up with a different bird. What bird did I put together? If you raise your hand if you could recognize that bird. It's a flamingo. Yes, a pink flamingo. Because we want to talk about the different attributes that other birds have versus what ospreys have. So make sure you get creative and feel free to put together some other birds. They won't always look exactly like the birds in the wild because this is just a little pattern portion, but it'll be a lot of fun. Okay, yes. It needs to be a real bird. Yes, look in your packet and make sure you're making an actual bird that meets the criteria of your packet. I'm doing it right now. Okay, here we go. There's your packet. They're coming. What you're going to put out the body. One body. Okay, one body. Let's talk about the picture information that I have about which bird you're going to do, okay? Camille, would you like to help them out? Take some cards. And then each you can put a part of the body out. Yes, you can take the staple out. Leave it in this one.
Yeah, it's a cracker because it says which one do you This doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so which one would it be? I want this one.
Now, just
Yeah. No,
that with help. Would you like to build your own?
I think this really we did. Yeah. I'll show you how to do it. Let's make them. First, let me drop it.
Well, I think we feed this on there.
Okay, which ones do you guys need on? Which one do you guys need? Hey, it's my turn to Okay, that is the Cardinals You see how the body like okay, you got it.
The very last sheet. You look on the very last page.
Look how cool I'm just doing this. Hey, I said
You want to see the last page? There's his body.
it's my turn. Girls don't like it. That's why I give it eyelash. Let me see it. I know what the eyelash. It looks like a girl. And then he actually plays it. Oh, it's this butt. Let me see. I'm cutting the butt out. She hasn't cut the butt out. Like this? Oh, no, it's this way. It's this single butt. I'm not making this one. Oh, yeah. Stop it. Let's see. Okay, it's a cardinal. Yep. I'll do it. Eat a duck. It's this one for sure. Yep, this looks like a real bird. Oh, yeah.
And check what bottom goes to that bird. Not confused to book it. That'll give you some guidance.
Which one are we doing? No, that's a cracker.
Yep, there's not a big box.
This is the one. I'm giving him wings. Yeah. No. I'm giving him wings. No, don't do it. Don't do I Why did I get I wanted to do that, then we started it, and then they change this. Okay.
No, unfortunately not. Yeah. I like the one you're doing now. I know. Very nice. Go ahead and put it in the middle of your table. I like that. That looks very nice. Let's try to get pictures of the birds together. That would be nice. I'll do that. I just don't
I walked in front of the camera once, I forgot. So I'm trying not to put my head in front of it.
Go ahead and put your packet under here. Go ahead and put your packet in there. Just like that. And these you guys can set and build another one. Okay? Let you kick that. What shakes that body? You can cut some more balls out.
This can make it harder. This time I get why? That's have to be the next one, maybe the one that hey, you got one. I got the cat one. You make him involved in no, no, we always have the book.
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't want it. I want this one. I want this one. Yeah, you want this one. Well, we didn't bring it. Our favorite.
I guess what we're going to show them. Hey, everybody stop. Eyes up here real quick. We have one bird completely finished. Does he look good? What kind of bird? If you recognize it, raise your hand. Yes. It's a cardinal. That's right. Does a cardinal have claws like an ostrich? No. Is they're a little bit different, aren't they? How about his tail? Is it a little different? Right. And one more thing, the beak. Raise your hand if you could tell me what this cardinal uses his beak to eat.
Insects.
Insects. And then raise your hand if you know what an osprey likes to eat. Fish. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna hand this back. We need to wrap it up. We need to go ahead. If you have not glued your bird together, put your parts in the middle of your table. Go ahead and put your bird in the middle of your table.
I want to pick this up. You guys can pick me.
And we'll go ahead and
Neil, I have a because I'm not sure. That's
Okay, all eyes on me. 1, 2, 3. All right. What we're going to do is stop now. Put your bird parts in the center of your table. It's all right. I'm going to give you time to complete it after we're done with the rest of our assignment. We'll have time this afternoon. And we're going to talk about some of these attributes at the end of this lesson. Now, if you noticed, I put another piece of paper in the middle of your table. This is and that is this is just for you to look at, not write on. As Mrs. Fowler has a rubric up here, all eyes on here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I need eyes on me. You have a rubric up here that you're used to using. I have placed a little bit of a different one on your desk. We are going to, our goal is to be able to do these 2 things. The student can name at least 2 attributes of an osprey needed for survival, which is what we're going to be doing next, but not on this paper. And student can locate at least 2 out of the 3 essential questions, okay? So that's going to be our goal. Each time we meet to work on these, we're going to have some essential questions. I'll look for you to answer at least 2 out of 3. And we're going to work with those attributes next week as well, putting them on a diagram, okay? We'll do some graphing. Now, what we're going to do, let's review these questions, because in a moment I'm going to have you get your computers. Let's take a look. How and what does an osprey eat? Why have ospreys been endangered? And explain what a bird sanctuary is. In the center of your desk or somewhere nearby, you have your science folders. The last time we met, we placed your chart paper in there that you put your answers on. I need you to get it back out because as a group, you're going to get to use your computers. You're going to go to the Runzuli website that you've been using here at school for your resources. You're going to get this, when you get to your Runzuli site, you can use your search engine to find ospreys. And then start clicking on those. Remember to click at the bottom to open them up. Go ahead right now. Let's make sure everybody has their chart paper. If I need to get you another piece, I will. But we would like to add these to last lesson's question answers. All right? It's yours underneath there. I think I see it there. Go ahead and take a minute and pull those out so I know you're ready. You have everything there? Go ahead. If you need to send someone over to get your science folder. Whoever has the chart in your group may go over and get it. Is everybody still happy? That looks like it. There you go. just as a reminder, one of our friends found his. If you forgot what color the paper was or what we had put it on, this is an example of one of the tables, okay? You weren't there, so we wrote on it as a group. It was your writer. Go ahead and take 2 minutes at a volume 1. Go get your computer.
Should be online. Miss Diet, it's open, it's poets.
And then begin using your search button. I'll circle around. If you need any help, let me know. I look forward to what questions you will place, what questions you will answer and find. Put your answers on your chart paper. And don't forget to use complete sentences. So we have about 10 and a half more minutes. Okay? Then we will come back to see and go. Ooh, yours not even up. Yours is like a screen. Is it not charged?
It should be. They were plugged in all night. Bring it here, Tiana.
Every time I turn it on.
All right, plug it in and school.
Maybe just one person, I think Honey knows. Go ahead and have a seat.
Whoa! What happened? I hit a space bar. What do they do when it's Australian fish? Do you remember the story yesterday that had a little capsule across the top? Yeah, Australian fish. What is it on this map?
here. The highlighted words will help you in your research also. So if you do not find what you're looking for under just osprey, you can use bird sanctuary. I think you'll probably have to type that in to find those, and why we have them. Endangered will give you a list of why the different animals and species of animals have to become extinct or fought extinction or being endangered, okay? So go ahead and be sure you make use of the highlighted words. And let me know if you need some help.
I'm not so good at
And then if you just finish that little page with the one that you already used yesterday, that's the one you used. Let's take that over to Miss Fowler and show you how to shrink it. I think there's a way to do it. How are you doing down here? Did y'all go to the caterpillar you used yesterday? And that's where you'll type in.
My computer isn't working. That's floppy.
Go back and type in endangered. Oh, I see. Got osprey. Now, go ahead and hit the map, see what you find. And then put in endangered. Okay, then do endangered species and find out why the species is endangered. At least y'all could put those in. So at least we'll get a few answers here.
It's up there. No, I just didn't get the bird list, and it didn't look like that.
Instead of the endangered bird list, did you do an osprey already? And see all the different types? And then did you read through to see what talked about how and what they eat? What if you just they're not on the endangered bird list right now. They've been on and off. So how do you say endangered species? And then you can kind of see what things in the environment affect you.
How they been all around the world?
Because there's times when they've been able to protect them and make their environment better for them. And then there's times that things happen, they keep them in trouble, and then they have to start over again. Go ahead and pull up endangered species and let's see what we can find.
Why did it say endangered?
Right?
I don't know why. Why does it say endangered?
Here's what we calculated.
Yes.
Let's type it in.
Aren't they on the right now?
So across the board, this right now, so we just find things to be as human as dinner.
That's what you say. I just I'll do that.
With him struggling and I'm gonna do it.
use your Google. I didn't know you had Google in here. That's exciting to hear. Go ahead and that gives you an option.
Oh, that's horrible. I cannot write
We're going to take about 4 more minutes. See what you can find in 4 minutes. And then we're going to go over some answers.
This is all one
Last time we had you saw that this you could probably answer while you're on your video because we watched the video. Well, because we didn't cover that last time. So add to that real quick. Pause and like what did we do that put them in trouble sometimes? Do you think it's okay that I said sit and Smith to go get it?
We have to look up.
If somebody has the last name, another we still have to find there's 2 out of the 3. So if you're having trouble with the danger, skip to the next one real quick, and then you'll come back next.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Sometimes you designate one person, and then you tell them what you want.
It's made of, I know Melly. It's made of,
Oh, no. I'll be like, why have you been here? Right now, let's go ahead and make this almost time out. Let's get over to bird sanctuary. You need to give me a definition of bird sanctuary.
I know what it is. I got this danger.
Oh, okay. It's taking you to probably spin. Sometimes you can just read that and it gives you an idea. Yes, sweetheart. Oh, it's a brown bird. But you can't see it due to their heads. S-A-N.
Explain what it's bird sanctuary.
And it'll correct it if you type it in. Okay, let's stop. All right, I'll give you 1 minute to write down. Some of you are in the middle of writing something. Finish it. It's okay. We're going to have more time to come back. This is an ongoing unit study.
Just choose space. Okay, right the offspring. I think you should bring one. That's a
If you were done, please close the top of your computer. Get your answers ready.
Only put it off.
Due to time constraints, I'm going to go ahead and have you close the top of your computer. And I will let you put them back in a few minutes. You can plug them in a minute, back in a minute.
It's past now.
Yeah, a few minutes. Yes. If you will take a minute to look up here and let's wrap up what we've covered and learned today, I will let you have your snack time. All right? So everybody work that. If you have snack, then that is what your normal habit is. I know Mrs. Fowler has snack time. Good job. That's awesome. All right, eyes on me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's take time to see. I'm gonna at least one or two people from each table. Tell me what bird attribute did you learn about today? What is something you learned about on your bird? Maybe I didn't word that right. We're going to go over the attributes between an osprey and other birds. We need to kind of look at what are their beaks used for, what are their feet used for. Who can tell me? Yes.
Ospreys let their feet and their other patches if there is a strong feet and they eat fish but not all kinds.
Not all kinds, right? But they have very strong feet. Okay, yes.
I learned that they do this. Osprey like to nest in tall places, tall towers and stuff, and they usually one has one in the electric tower, and they always go and nest on the top of the road, and then they get electrocuted.
Oh no. Isn't that interesting? Sometimes on our way to find other information, we learn extra stuff that's very important and very interesting. She learned a little bit more about the habitat, that they nest on the tops of our tall towers and electrical lines, the tower that holds it. But sometimes they end up accidentally getting electrocuted, don't they?
Well, actually, it's not where the power lines are, it's actually the road line and electrocuted.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to attributes. What is a beak? Hold on, I'll come back to your table over here. Tell me, what bird did you all start to put together? And what did you notice about the osprey's beak that's different from maybe other birds? What is the raptor or the hawk, their beaks? Oh, you did woodpecker, okay. What does a woodpecker use his beak for? Pecking what? Pecking wood. Does an osprey peck wood with his beak? No. Okay, so that's something that's a little different. What does an osprey use his beak for? I need some, this table always has the answers. Let me get a few more and I'll come back to you.
We can't do our table because we're doing the same one.
That's okay, but he can tell me what an osprey uses his beak for. Very good. He uses his beak to stab and tear the meat. Okay, what bird did you all make over here? A cardinal. And what is different about a cardinal's feet compared to an osprey? They're smaller, yes. Does a cardinal have to catch his food and hold it in his claws? Does he catch big pieces of food or small? A cardinal. Yeah, that's right. They're smaller. Okay, what about this table? You guys made a cardinal also. What else is different about your cardinal compared to an osprey? Is there something different in his head? What's different in his head, on his head? Right, this beak is used to catch small things like insects and to crack nuts. And like he said, the top of his head has spiky hair. Does anyone know what that spiky hair is called? Do you know?
No.
It is actually called a crest. Can you say crest?
Crest.
Yeah. So there's an attribute of some of the birds. They'll have a crest on their head. All right. And what else did you find out? Let her take your turn.
I have something to add to Ivy. It also answers kind of why it's in danger because they like die and they get like.
That's right. On to our questions there. Very good. Okay. Yes.
A bird sanctuary is a place where they have birds and they sing them. And they like sing them in their vineyard or their
That's right.
It's at the hospital.
That's right. Well, we'll go ahead and move past the attributes. I can see you've already touched and are beginning to touch on some of your answers. And like you said, a bird sanctuary is kind of like a hospital. They will assist birds who are injured, help them, bandage them up. So it's a safe place for them to go. How many of you seen a neighborhood around here locally that's like, it'll say designated bird sanctuary? They don't have a bird hospital in the middle of the neighborhood, so what do you think they're using the neighborhood for?
If you have in the bird, how you can burn it off.
Well, there's no bird hospital in some of the neighborhoods that are designated bird sanctuaries. I would think it's because they have made the neighborhood safe. Nobody's hunting the birds there. Can you hunt birds there and shoot them down for food? No. Does that sometimes fall under making some animals become endangered? Yeah, that one I knew you had learned. Okay, how and what does an osprey eat? Raise your hand if you found that answer. Yes. Fish. And he gets them by diving into the water. He's one of the few birds that can actually go down under and come back up and fly. Okay. Why have ospreys been endangered? Yes.
I was why they're endangered and
Okay, go ahead and share with us.
endangered species is a species of wild animal that is in danger of extinction throughout all or a significant portion of its range. The osprey has been endangered because sometimes when like what I do is they mess up on the like on the telephone poles. But sometimes they're near roads and when cars drive past it.
Right, this all plays into that. Anyone else find another reason they might be endangered? Yes.
What could happen when they're driving? Like, this might be the old times when they still have the now. And the old times are passengers down the water and then you see a lot of types of fish. A mega just jump on them. Or now, like white or alligator or other dangerous fish.
So maybe an animal that's bigger up on the food chain might actually get them if they're quick enough. I don't know, an osprey's pretty quick too. What did you find out?
It's about, actually,
then up, and then catch it in their feet, with their feet. Very good. So that calls them their how and what, how they eat. So, did anyone find any other reasons that may have caused them to be endangered? Did anyone think about, how about our farms? Have you learned about the chemicals used on the farms a long time ago? They use safer chemicals now, but at one time we used fertilizers and pesticides, and those things, when it would rain, would wash them down into the waters and rivers. And where did the osprey get their food from? The water, the rivers, right? So it's absorbed into the fish's body. Sometimes when they're diving into the water, the chemicals are getting on their wings and into their eyes and their body, right? So those things are dangerous, and in high amounts they were poison. Yes.
One of them drowned in the water.
I haven't heard of them drowning. They're pretty good.
Sometimes this is something like Aki said. They can, like, this is something like monsters don't always take too much force. So if they took super hyper force and they went about 6 feet deep in the water and given out, then all it takes them more than 56 seconds. And then you drown. So they can live like 1%. But animals are going to come in. Like, let's say, there's some animals like, there's some dangerous fish or things that just pull them back, and their wings are like this, they're pulling it back like that, so that, and then they only have this one,
Well, no,
and
this
when
is
they
true.
come out, and they fly, they look like
This is
that's so
true.
weak.
They can get caught on different things that can damage their wings. And that you brought in an interesting point. You're talking about how people dives in the water. But what about nets? Maybe somebody threw out a fisherman's net and just left it. They didn't clean up the old nets. What if you left your garbage and your old fishing nets in the rivers and in the waters? Different animals get caught in them, and then they drown or they die because they can't go get food, right? So it's important to keep our waterways clean, things like this. One more, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Well, actually, something to add here. Well,